tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought.
Hello dear sweet friends out there in football therapy world. Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan, back at the desk today. I hope you're doing well. I really do hope that. And yeah, welcome back to Chelsea News. We're reflecting on an article today, another exclusive, inverted commas, from Footy Insider talking about Mudryk. Chelsea coaches unimpressed with him, hence us maybe looking at a Nico Williams in the summer. We'll talk about Mudryk a little bit as well. Get into the we'll read this, but get into the weeds of it. Is he being unfairly criticised? Is there a superstar in there? And of course, on the morning after Trossard scoring a Champions League goal for Arsenal, they'll be thinking they dodged the bullet. But what is the truth? Well, we will get into it today, so thanks for joining me. Before we do hop in, take this opportunity and listen to this.
Look mate, it's about time you get yourself a VPN. Or at least upgrade to a better one, like my partner Surfshark. It's 2024 people and absolutely everybody is using a virtual private network because you need to keep safe on the big scary internet, and you also want the ability to travel the globe digitally so you're not locked out of any media. My sponsor Surfshark gives you access to so many different servers in so many different countries, which gives you the freedom to surf the web in every way you want to, knowing that you'll be completely safe from all those dirty data pirates trying to steal your valuable information. That's right, Surfshark moves your digital location elsewhere so the bad guys can't find you, and also you can unlock new media. Certain videos on the internet are only available to certain countries, but utilizing Surfshark in just a couple of seconds, you can select a desired country and therefore unlock that previously locked media. It's not just for single videos though. Like I always say here on the channel, I use it for Netflix. I often hop over from the United Kingdom Netflix over to the USA, and then suddenly loads of new movies and shows are available to me that were previously not there on the UK version. As you can see, it's a must-have in this day and age, and Surfshark is the best if you ask me. Fortunately, as well as you're a viewer of my channel, when you use my code FOOTBALL on Surfshark, you get 3 months free when you use my code FOOTBALL. Alternatively, simply click the link in the top of the description now to go and utilize this wonderful, wonderful deal and opportunity. Do it now.
Yes, do go check out Surfshark, man. Excellent deal, and a big thank you to them for partnering with me again. They are a wicked VPN, and you should check it out. Right, so like I said, we are talking about Misha Mudryk today, and it was an exciting and interesting topic. I've always been, like, a defender of Mudryk in many ways, because I feel like his road to Chelsea has just been so, like, turbulent. Look, there's no issue with him wanting to go to Arsenal. He genuinely really did want to go to Arsenal. When that deal didn't come through, I think he was very pleased to come to Chelsea also. Of course, Chelsea arranged the game for Ukraine for him, and, they made it. It was kind of like a good PR move for Chelsea as well, getting, like, the young Ukrainian superstar after the previous stewardship of Chelsea Football Club. It was like a good, as they try and remove themselves fully from Roman Abramovich. I think it was a good move generally, and it was like opportunism. Chelsea have been criticised for signings like Mudryk and Lavia as opportunism to prevent other players from getting other teams from getting them. Arsenal, but look, the truth is, obviously Lavia has been injured, we can't judge him, but had Mudryk gone to a settled side, a non-Chelsea Football Club side, you'd probably be seeing a lot more from him, I think. But of course, there's everything that's going on in his home country, this devastating stuff, and like the mitigating circumstance, the defence, should I say, for every Chelsea player is that they're playing in a mental dysfunctional team/institution, and of course eventually that needs to be sorted out by the hierarchy and coach, and we are always talking about that here on the channel. You do wonder what's the deal with Mudryk. So I'm going to give you my full opinion after I read this exclusive report from Pete O'Rourke on Footy Insider, Football Insider. So we'll see what he's saying, and then we'll talk about it a little bit, and then I'll, of course, as always, put it out to you guys and learn what you guys have to say, what you think about Mykhailo Mudryk, who has looked better at times, but yeah, we'll get into that just a moment. So Pete, the transfer correspondent for Football Insider, writes in his exclusive, Chelsea manager Mauricio Pochettino and his coaches have been unimpressed by the development of Mykhailo Mudryk since their arrival. Sources have told Football Insider. The 23-year-old joined the Blues last year, of course 2023, and has struggled to nail down a regular place in the starting lineup at Stamford Bridge. Yeah, it's been tough. Of course, in that left-wing position as well, we have senior player Raheem Sterling in a sea of, non-senior player, junior players. So in theory, you could understand why Pochettino and his coaching staff wanted to lean on Raheem Sterling. The owners probably think, well, we're paying this guy £325,000 a week. We might as well be paying him, especially while he's still young enough to play at this level. You can understand there might actually be a relative external pressure to play Raheem Sterling. But yes, so Mudryk is a left winger predominantly. I know he wears the number 10, and we've seen him play a little bit better of late in the number 10 position, but this is his jam. This is what he did at Shakhtar, what he does for Ukraine. He's a left winger. And in a new twist, it's believed Chelsea will be in the market for a marquee new winger signing as they look to freshen their attack once again this summer. Of course, we reacted to this article that Football Insider revealed on Monday. Chelsea have moved to steal a march, of course, from our rivals for Nico Williams. The Spain international will be available for £43 million, which is his release clause. With Athletic Bilbao. Of course, he just won the first trophy with Bilbao for the first time in 40 years. The young Spanish winger. Barcelona also want him, but Barcelona, as always, are in financial trouble. So it'd be interesting to see if we could buy him. Chelsea are reportedly walking the line of profit and sustainability rules, but they also think that they'll be okay, that they'll sell a few academy products. Maybe they could flog a few players that they're generally not playing. Your Keppers, who knows, maybe players like Cucurella will go. It's up in the air, we're not sure yet. We bring enough money so Chelsea could sign the players they want. And of course, to not be in breach of PSR rules, you just need to make sure you're okay in the immediate year, which of course pure profit sales helps, and then you can invest in expensive players and amortize their value across, granted, not 8 years anymore, but still 5 years. So you sell now players, especially pure profit players, and or players with low book value left. Okay, you're not going to break the rules for this financial period, and you can also spend X amount on players that will be amortized the next 5 years. So yes, it's kind of like people need to understand that Chelsea can still sign players. So that'll be interesting. Nico Williams, exciting young player, of course, would be on a lot less money than Raheem Sterling at Chelsea. So yeah. So Chelsea plot new winger signing after Mudryk development. Sources, so this is the Football Insider sources, they give them their exclusive report. Again, Messenger, I'll just react here and give you my thoughts. I have no insider links myself. Sources say Pochettino and his backroom staff have grown frustrated with a lack of impact from Mudryk and his teammate Raheem Sterling. Yes, well, we'll talk about those, maybe a bit Sterling as well. The Ukraine international has now made 33 appearances for Chelsea this term, starting in 16 of these outings. That's not awful considering he does have a senior player, Sterling, in front of him, or also say in front of him. Whether he should be in front of him or not is up to you, but in his position. So he's returned 6 goals in 3 assists, playing almost exclusively on the left-hand side. So what's that, 9 goal involvements in 16 starts? Not awful for a winger, by the way, I don't think, you'd have to say. Mudryk, who had previously wanted by Arsenal, joined Chelsea from Shakhtar Donetsk in January 23 for a reported fee of £88.5 million. Pause! Handbrake! This is a nonsense, it does my head in. That is the mass amounts of add-ons that for us to achieve we will need to win the Premier League and the Champions League. The fee that we've actually paid for Mykhailo Mudryk is £62 million sterling, not Raheem, as in the currency sterling. So the 62 only becomes 88 if we win the biggest trophies available, and at that point you're like, yeah, whatever. Do you know what I mean? So it's a little bit unfair. It just makes for better headlines, doesn't it? £88 million Mudryk. But nah, it's simply not the case, because, it's silliness. He signed a huge contract with Stamford Bridge till June 3rd, 2031, so yeah, he's part of Project 2030. Pochettino's side sit 9th in the Premier League, but could sneak into a European qualification place before the end of the season, at the end of next month. That's if we stop dropping points to Sheffield United and Burnley. Chance will be a fine thing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The Blues also face a crucial FA Cup semi-final against Man City later this month. Yeah, I ain't got much hope for that. Although, like we've said recently, Chelsea do have this unique ability of lowering themselves in terms of their performance to mirror the opposition, as well as hiring their performance. So, who knows, we'll probably have a great game against Man City, knowing us. Yes, so let's talk about this. Pochettino and his staff unhappy with Mudryk, and it says Sterling as well, but I guess he's got the headline here with Mudryk. But it says coaches are seriously unimpressed by Mykhailo Mudryk. Sources from their sources. That's what the headline is. So let's just get Raheem out of the way. Look, I do have a little bit of sympathy for Raheem Sterling. Considering his background, where he's come from in life, he tries. He got himself into excellent shape in the preseason because he wasn't happy with his first season at Chelsea. So he went on like some like crazy Batman training style, I'm going to come back and be like way better than last season. He did have flutters of good form this season, scored a few good goals, but obviously way off the money that we pay him. But it's a bit unfair to pick, because he gets sort of branded as this player who's not trying, who's sort of like just cruises around taking a paycheck. I don't think that's the case. I genuinely don't. I feel like that's unfair, but I also feel like I regret that we signed him, because he's not like he costs a lot of money. He costs 47 million, which, to be honest, for the profile of player and his availability in terms of fitness, 47 million's fine. Like, I'm cool with that. But to put him on those wages, to hope he performs like an Eden Hazard style carry job, kind of what we're having from Cole Palmer at the moment, who's probably on 80k a week. It just didn't happen, does it? And then you think, okay, well, we're going to build the team around him, and he will offer this sort of seniority leadership role, and maybe he does off the pitch. Like he seems to have a great camaraderie of players. They all support him. They all love him. He's like the big brother figure. Great, and that's probably got some value. Hire some guy on like a 30k a year salary, just coming to be their mates. Don't pay this guy 300k a week or more just to sort of be vibes, man. I ain't feeling that. Greatest of respect for Raheem Sterling. Like I said, well over 100 Premier League goals, 4 Premier League titles, loads of cups. He's great for Liverpool. He's got over 80 caps for England. There was like an 18-month period where he was England's best player when Kane dropped off a little bit. Like, he deserves a great deal of respect, But it ain't happening. And that's, again, he might also have fallen victim to the dysfunction of Chelsea. Raheem Sterling is a good player in a good system. He's not a clutch player to make a bad system or an unsettled club better. He's just not that guy, and therefore paying him all this money is just a nonsense. If we can sell Raheem Sterling in the summer, I would. I think it's going to be tough because I don't think he wants to go. He's finally come back to London with his family. 2, he earns a lot of money at Chelsea. But then again, I don't know. Maybe he had a huge offer from Saudi Arabia that he just waved away. That offer from Saudi Arabia will probably be there in another year, 2 years. I don't know, I don't think he will go because they've got Bradley Bacola and other wingers, but I think a PSG would be a great move for him. He'd get the same money, similar money. And if he it'll be really interesting to see if he scores loads of goals. Just say, this is a complete thought exercise here. If he goes to Paris Saint-Germain, wins Liga and title, starts banging loads of goals again, and just is a bit of a star in the Parc de France or whatever, then maybe Southgate, would he call him up again, or is there a bridge that's been burned that I don't know? Because it's a different league and a different style. I just think if he gets his confidence up and he's just banging. I know it's the Farmers League or whatever. They joke about Liga. That would be interesting though. We don't have any English players or high profile English players in Liga, and they get called up to the England team. I think it'd be kind of cool. Maybe that's because I'm half French, but hey, that's just me. So let's talk about Mudryk then. Obviously, Mudryk's completely different. He's on 85k a week, so he's on relatively modest money, though we have committed that to 2031. So we're going to be paying that for a long, long time. Of course, the geopolitical elements of this with his home country points still stand. How can a guy really express himself, be who he feels he's supposed to be when he's, his country's being invaded? Like, it's really tough, basically. So that's always got to be a caveat. I don't know, man. It's super, super tough. Look, he's had moments. When he first came on for us, again, Anfield, he looked like he was going to be an absolute superstar. He scored like a wonder goal recently, didn't he? Like when he took the ball off Conor Gallagher's feet. And that was when he was playing down the middle. I think he's looked a lot better when he's played narrow, like in the number 10 role, second strikery. Because then he's absolved of a little bit more responsibility defensively, which he's been critiqued before. And I feel like he can just be more effective. And, play opposition defenders don't know what to do with him when someone's so, high octane and dynamics coming from the middle rather than maybe a sort of dribbly number 10. He is there, but he's also can just go at you and terrify you. I like Mudryk. I don't want to get rid of him at all. I would sign another left winger, but personally, I'd sign another left winger if we can alleviate ourselves of Raheem Sterling. And I'd say if we could get a Nico Williams, then he'd be a starting left winger for me moving forwards, hopefully not on crazy wages. And then, Mudryk can also start on the left wing. You're going to need options, especially when hopefully we're playing in that Conference League. Touch wood, more games. God, that's depressing. But and also seeing him down the middle more, But it's very interesting to read the report that Pochettino and his coaching staff are disappointed with his developments when they were the ones tasked to sort him out, basically. And there was all these news stories early doors, if you cast your memory back. Pochettino's taken a special interest in the development of Mykhailo Mudryk. They play the crossbar challenge together, and, Poch always beats him, remember that. He's always got an arm around him. He wants to, and people like me talking about, is he going to turn Mudryk into Heung-min Son? This really devastating left-sided transitional attacker that's really fast. Yeah, why not? He's done it before. I was thinking he's going to turn Mudryk into Son, and he's going to turn Jackson into Harry Kane or Breuer. It's not worked out like that. I mean, something's worked out with Cole Palmer, so we've got to give credit there. But anyway, it's really interesting, so I wanted to talk about it. As always, guys, I want to put it out to you, so please do leave your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you for joining me. Do consider supporting simply by liking and subscribing to this channel, Football Therapy, and do check out Surfshark. It's a great deal, and everyone should have a VPN. Click the link in the top of the description now you've watched the video, to check out Surfshark. Alright, see you soon. Peace.